like, this is how everything great has ever happened in my life. And you think we're playing, like, the promise that he puts on me right now, like the one that we are working for, that we have shaped our whole entire life around, it ain't just happening. We 15 years into this. You know what we had to go through to get this? But one day, people are going to see us where God is going to put us, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, he just blessed and highly favored. No, we ain't. We're pushing through the suffering into the blessing. We know what's on the other end of it, so we're orchestrating everything now when you don't know us, when our name has never been heralded, when you've never, ever seen what we do in the dark. You don't know we up at 2:17 a.m. being as real as possible in this. You have no idea that I hit my knees before my God today. You have no idea that before my family even stirred to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I've already been in my word. I've already been in my devotional. I've already talked to my king. You got no idea, but you just think we get up here and do this, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh. There's so much work that happens in the dark, and God's like, if you will work in the dark, I will highly bless you in the light. If you will go to work with the 5, I'll bring 5 more. Oh, you don't understand? They never will, son. You had 7, but because of the work, because of the toil, you were only left with 5. Because don't you think the one with 2, don't you think he wanted 5? I promise you he did, because he wanted to bring glory to his master more than anything. If he could have given him 3, he'd have gave him 3. If he could have given him 4, he'd have gave him 4. If he could have gave him 5, he'd have gave him 5. But daggone it, he suffered some stuff. He had some losses. He had some problems. He had some trials. And all he could do was 2. But he was blessed highly with the 2 that he got. And the blessing showed when his master said, well done, good and faithful. You endured. You suffered through. Come share in my happiness. And that's what we about today. Listen to me. It ain't just rainbows and unicorns when you come to Christ. When he puts a desire in your heart for something to change in your life, it ain't just gonna be an easy ride. But the blessing on the end of it, because if you really want what you say you want, you will orchestrate everything else around it. Don't play it. Like you the only one fooling yourself. Everyone else knows if you're real about it or not. I promise you, they're looking from the outside. They can tell by your actions if you're serious or not. They can tell. You're the one that's gonna have to get serious with yourself. Because we're the greatest liars we ever experienced. Like, we know we are. We find excuses for everything. What you think the one bag did? He looked at his comrades like, he got 5, he got 2. I guess I'm just out of luck. I got the short hand here. And he made an excuse to not do anything. Why? Because it just wasn't given to him. He wanted the blessing. He wanted to be highly favored, but he wasn't willing to put his hand to the plow to get it. And he didn't get it. You think, oh my gosh, God is mean. God ain't mean. God wants to bless. God wants to highly favor you. Don't you understand? You're the head and not the tail. You're the chosen generation. You're the royal priesthood. You're the apple of his eye. He wants to bless you so greatly, but he can't spoil you. What kind of kid is that? An ungrateful one. One that don't realize the value of $1. What it takes to get one. Doesn't understand the true meaning of the blessing when you walk into it. Easily gained, easily gone. But if you've worked for it, if you up at 2:17, you ain't letting it go easy. Why? Because you knew what it take to get it. And you holding on to it. You found something. You found it changes everything.